Welcome, family, to the House of Victory Ministries daily devotion. I am Lady Shantae Keys, the Director of Discipleship and the First Lady of this ministry. Let's jump right into it. This week's theme for our daily devotion is trusting in God during difficult times. So today is trusting God through the storm. We're coming from Mark 4 and 39 through 40, New International Version, and it reads, He got up, rebuked the wind, and said to the waves, Quiet, be still. Then the wind died down, and it was completely calm. He said to his disciples, Why are you so afraid? Do you still have no faith? Family, I want you to think of a ship caught in a storm. It seems doomed. Waves are crashing over the sides. The wind is howling. This ship is so far from safety. Everyone aboard this ship, they are afraid for their lives. We are on that ship in seasons of difficulty, during the light havoc circumstances. But when the captain steps up and commands calm, peace returns. If you're wondering who the captain is, you guessed it, it's Jesus Christ. And in this same way, Jesus can calm the storms of our lives with a single word. All we have to do is ask, make the request known. Jesus knows what we need before we even say it. The Holy Spirit is there as the interpreter, saying the things that we didn't even think to say, so that our requests can be made and can fit the need for every single circumstance and situation. All we need to do is ask and believe. How do we apply this to our lives? I encourage you, if you have not picked up that prayer journal, to do it. Get you a spiral notebook, get you a scrap piece of paper, however you want to do it. And I want you to write down what storms are raging in your life in this season. Is it financial stress? Is it health issues? Is it family conflicts? Is it internal or external spiritual warfare? Are you fighting who you want to be with where you're going? Instead of focusing on the size of your storm, or maybe even how heavy the precipitation is, focus on the one who controls it. Family, I encourage you to take a moment to give God your worries and trust that He has the power to bring calmness into your life and peace. Let's reflect on how God has calmed storms in the past for you, and let's trust Him to do it again. Sometimes you may just need to write down a list of all the things that God has brought you through. With my prayer journal, what I like to do is I like to add the dates in the margin. And I do that so I can see how long it took God to make me into the person that I needed to be to receive my request. When we ask God for something, if it is very big and even if it's small, God has to help us become the person that we need to be to receive the blessing. If I'm asking for change in my career or my finances, then God is going to help mold and shape me into someone who can be a good steward over that. If I'm working a 9-to-5 job and I'm asking for millionaire money, then God has to change me. God has to bring people in my life who can teach me how to financially and sustainably keep that money, use that money, invest that money, manage that money. It can't happen overnight. And so I am encouraging you to write it out. When you write it down in your prayer journal or on that piece of paper, you're going to get a chance to see how many times God came for you. And if you can remember the dates and add them, you'll notice it wasn't as long as you thought it was. And if it did take a long time, what was that process like? What was God molding and changing in you? Family, I hope that you have been blessed. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you soon. Much love.